On the 10th of November 2008, Business Link delivered its first annual Marketing the Art of conference at the Sage Gateshead. The following is one of 6 workshops that were recorded on the day in front of a live audience. Business Link is proud to present Veronica Swindale, delivering How to Grow Through New and Existing Customers.
I'm Veronica Swindale, and I'm a chartered marketer, and I work in marketing consultancy, member of the CIM, and I work in marketing and sales training as well. What my objective today really is to help you to look at customer base, perhaps in a slightly different way to what you've done in the past, and to get to grips with some figures surrounding your customer base as well. It's really to understand the kind of people that you're dealing with, what makes them tick, and start to profile them a bit more so that you understand the kind of people that you're dealing with, really with the objective of going out to get some more, and also to understand what they mean to your business. Okay, every business needs to look after existing customers and acquire new customers to survive. True or false?
True.
Yeah? Okay. I would have had a flip chart where I quite like sort of dashing across and doing pictures and things, but can't get one, unfortunately. I don't think they'd appreciate me writing on the wall. So what I'd like you to visualise then... Morning.
Morning. Sorry about that.
Sorry. It's all right. What I'd like you to visualise then is your company as a bucket. Okay? So we've got this bucket and it's full of customers, isn't it? Now, can you keep that bucket full of customers, or is there going to be a slight risk that those customers are going to leave and drain out the bottom? And some of you will have a gaping hole because it's natural that your customers will just come, go through the bucket and leave. And what we need to do is to keep filling up the bucket, don't we? So really the objective today is to say, right, what are the kind of people who are going to stay in my bucket and give me most money while they're there before they leave? Because we can't keep everybody. If you're looking at a law firm, for example, somebody's going to use your services once and probably never need you again, hopefully, if it's a divorce lawyer, say. You wouldn't want that to be happening too often for one customer, would you? So we're looking at how we can keep filling our bucket up and retaining that as full as possible. We need to keep bringing business in. So every business needs to look after existing customers and then get some new ones to keep it ticking over. The best people who do this as an example, because what we're going to look at is profiling and understanding our customers, I think, are the supermarkets, Tesco's, Sainsbury's. Who in this room has got a club card or a Nectar card? Okay, the majority, right. How is that information used? Tesco has information on somewhere between 5 and 15 million, huge number of people, right? 5 and 15 million. And they know us so well that they know whether we're the kind of people who eat cake or not, who make their cakes or not, or who buy cakes. Okay? Now, if you can get down to that level of sophistication to really know how your customer ticks, I know it's a bit freaky, isn't it, to think that somebody knows you that well just by what your weekly shop. That's what we want to get to, is knowing the customers so well as to how you can actually influence their buying when they're coming to you to use your services. I think most people in the room, from what I've picked up asking you who you work for, are in a service industry. 1 or 2 of you may be products. So who is product? Walker? Yeah. Okay, so the majority of you is service. I'm going to be using product examples, but the same thing applies to product or service, to what I'm talking about here. Now, the benefits to Tesco are huge. Who would think that they would be worth $250,000 to anybody? Anybody got $250,000 in their back pocket? No, don't know that kind of money, do we? If we spend £50 a week, sorry, I'll take that back. If we spend £100 a week at Tesco's, is that feasible? Any supermarket, weekly shop. Okay. If we do that every week, £100 a week, we're looking at about £5,000 a year. Yeah? If we do that from the age of 20 to 40, which is 20 years, how much is that? 100,000? If we do that from the ages of 40 to 60, we're up to 200,000, right? And then if we had to chuck in, I'll get my toner cartridges there, I'll buy my kettle there, I'll do this, I'll do that. And I might actually buy my petrol as well. To get to 250,000 in a lifetime isn't difficult at all, is it? I know it's frightening to think you spend that much on your supermarket shop, but that's the benefit to Sainsbury's, Tesco's, is to understanding how you work in your tick, is to keep you coming back to them every time. Because actually, it's not just the loaf of bread I'm going to get on the way home. It's the 250,000 I'm going to spend in my lifetime. Okay, so can you start to think sort of big as to actually what is this one customer going to be worth to me? If I can keep them and have all the business that's appropriate to what I'm supplying, I can keep that for a lifetime. What will happen if you don't look after your customers? You can answer if you like. Small group. Somebody else will, won't they? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what you've got to do, is to make sure that potential income is coming into you, not into them. 3 key principles I want you to think about for developing your money, and please make notes in the back of your diaries, etc. So I will be asking you to be thinking about these things. Firstly, you need to know your products and services. Does anybody, can they put their hand up and say, this is the number of products I know I have? Excellent, excellent. But not everybody. So that's one task to go away with. Know your products and services. How many are there? If you're responsible for marketing, that's why I'm assuming you're here, okay? How many in this room can say exactly how many customers they have? Exactly. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Don't know. All right? That's fine. If you knew all this, you wouldn't be sitting here. And this is what I'm asking you to start to think about, is understanding what it is you're selling, understanding how many people you're selling it to now, and then we can start to think about what is the market out there if we're going to start to stretch who we're selling to attract more income and the scope of what we're selling. Morning. So these are the 3 key principles to what we'll be about, and then keep reviewing it, okay? And I was very pleased to hear the first 2 or 3 people coming in the room this morning. Yes, we believe in spending time and stopping to look at what we're doing in our business, and that's what you've got to do. Stop and take stock. Check you're on track and keep moving on again. Anybody done the Great North Run? Okay, 3. That's good, I'm impressed. Do you do the Great North Run? How long is it?
So 30 miles.
Just over?
Half a marathon.
Half a marathon. How long's half a marathon?
13.1 miles.
13 point...
1 miles.
Right, okay. He knows exactly, it's 13.1 miles. Would you run the Great North Run and say, oh yeah, I'll do that next Sunday with you, if you didn't know how far it was? Okay? So the point I'm getting to here is you've got to know the size of what you're taking on, okay, and what your challenges are, because that's going to pace you through your 13 and a bit miles, isn't it? All right? So think about it like the Great North Run. Think about it like a bucket. How are we going to keep this bucket full, and what is the extent of what we've got to do to achieve that? Difference does it make to your business then? If we apply this approach, we're going to be able to keep our existing customers, that's a given. We can start to look at them as groups. We can start to profile them so we can look at them more effectively. We can then go out and look for new ones, but look for them in the right place, so we're not wasting marketing spend and activity, which is crucial at the minute, isn't it? None of us have got money to throw away at the moment. We've got to really focus on what we're doing and make sure that every penny works for us and counts for us. And therefore, the marketing activity that we decide to do to follow this strategy is to make sure it hits it on the nail every time. That's going to be a separate seminar for you to go to, but you see the principles here. So matrix, it's marketing, so we often come up with matrices, don't we? So where we are at the minute, everybody in this room we're in the green box, top left-hand corner. We're selling existing services or products to existing customers, aren't we? Okay? The challenge for us now is to start to look and say, well, if I've got those customers here, wherever they are in the marketplace, where can I find some more that are like them? So we're going to move down into the bottom left-hand square to start to look at new customers. So take the ones where we are now and say, well, can we take those? Are there any more in the region available to us? Or is the competition too great here? Are there other places in the country that we could go to that we could supply those services to, potentially? Are there places overseas that we can go to that would take our products or services? So what potential is there for us? And some of you have been invited here by Business Link, I think, and they will be able to help you to develop some of these strategies. Or they'll put you in touch with a very good consultant who can help you with it too. So it's help you to show you how you can start to develop your market that way. Then we've also got to look at, is everybody buying the service, everything that we've got in our portfolio? So if somebody is using my print services, is it possible that I can actually sell them web design as well? It may not be that I actually supply that, but I may know a man